Good morning, my students. Today I'm going to read a story. After finished my reading story, I will give a question answer. And okay, so let's get started. So this is Oxford Reading Circle Book 1. Here is the story, The Wild Boar and the Fox. Okay. So in a green forest there lived many animals, big and small. There were tigers, bears, jackals and elephants. There was also a wild boar called Mr. TheWildBoar. He was a fine wild boar and two white tusks. So one day Mr. TheWildBoar came to an old tree. He stood there thinking, "This will do nicely," he said. "There is some hard bark on this tree." Mr. TheWildBoar bent his head down and began to sharpen his tusks. He rubbed his tusk up and down against the trunk of tree. Then he rubbed them from side to side. Soon Mr. Fox came by. Mr. Fox sat nearby and watched Mr. TheWildBoar at work. Mr. TheWildBoar rubbed his tusk against the trunk and then he rubbed them some more. Up and down, left and right, up and down, left and right. "Ha ha ha," laughed Mr. Fox loudly. Mr. TheWildBoar stopped sharpening his tusk. He gave Mr. Fox a dirty look. "Why are you laughing, Mr. Fox?" asked Mr. TheWildBoar. "Well," replied the fox, "I cannot understand what you are doing." "You can see what I am doing," said Mr. TheWildBoar. "I am sharpening my tusk." Yes, I can see that," said Mr. Fox. "But what for?" "To be ready to face danger," replied Mr. TheWildBoar. Mr. Fox looked to the left and he looked to the right and he looked up into the sky. He looked behind him. "I see no danger," laughed Mr. Fox. "So there is no need to sharpen your tusk." "When I do see danger," said Mr. TheWildBoar, "there will be no time to sharpen my tusk, yet they will be ready." TheWildBoar turned away. He began to sharpen his tusk again. Said Mr. Fox. "I will remember that." And Mr. Fox went on his way. So the moral of the story, be prepared. So here is a question answer. What was the boar doing? So answer is the boar was sharpening his tusk. Number 2, how was the boar working? The boar was rubbing his tusk up and down, side to side against the trunk of the tree. Who laughed and why? Mr. Fox laughed because he did not understand what was the boar doing. So this is the reason, right? And number 4, what reason did the boar give for sharpening his tusk? So the boar was preparing himself to face the danger. What do we learn from the story? So we have learned from the story that we must be prepared for any situation of our life, especially for danger. So guys, that's all. Thank you for watching.